Hey guys, Hot Rod Reverend here. We've landed in Redline, Pennsylvania, and I'm now the pastor of Redline Bible Church. And this church has graciously provided a parsonage for us to live in while we get settled in. Not quite sure how long we'll be here. Could be a couple of years. Really don't know. However, I want to get a shop set up. This does have a garage. Now, this house was built some time ago. That's fine. This garage here is basically 22 feet long and 13 feet wide. I just got back from a cruise in. It happens, I believe, the fourth Friday of every month at the markets at Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania. Great event. A few hundred cars were there. Saw some people that watched the YouTube channel, took some photos and different things. We had a great time. And I was encouraged to go by the church membership here that really, I guess my first weekend here, they were telling me about the car show, wanted me to go, so that was great. But what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and unload our cart there, my shelving unit that had the casters that broke. They didn't break actually till we got here and trying to get this thing into the garage, which is fine. I'm going to unload that. Just try to get everything off the wall so we can paint everything bright white here in the garage. Just to explain, I've got everything vacuumed up as good as I can. We're going to repaint these walls, get them as bright white as we can. This wall back here is where my workbench is going to go. I do have enough room, believe it or not, for that 8-foot workbench. Taking down these supports for shelving right here, and I'm going to use the 2x4s that are already there. I'm going to use those for pegboard. I'll put my pegboard right against there. All right, so I know you guys are probably thinking, Hot Rod, this is a small little garage, and that's true, it is, but if the car's not in here, we should be good. And you're probably looking around and saying, man, this is rough. But what happened was there was a gentleman who's actually renting, man and his wife renting the place from the church before I showed up. They have moved out, obviously, but there's just some stuff around here that needs to be put in better repair. So I told the church, I want to handle this. I want to do this. The church has been so gracious to us in all kinds of ways. They've been very generous. This is a place where they want to take care of us. I told them I wanted to be the one to do this work, and it's fine. So anyway, on with the show. Fellas, this is what we're using. Drywall Extreme Concrete and Masonry Waterproofer, just a bright white. This is going to be a quick job. I want to go over everything I can. If I think I can paint it, I want to paint it and just brighten everything up, paint everything up in here. We're not going to bore you on little details, but painting everything fresh coat of white, you could tell how dull the old was and how bright the new is. Get all this done, brighten this whole place up in here. So stand by. All right, so here we are. We got a couple coats on this wall and that wall there, and of course the pegboard's going up there. I've only got one coat over here, but you can tell where this area I've got two. You just see the difference very quickly. So we'll get this done and keep rolling. Yeah, mosquitoes in Pennsylvania are pretty big. I don't know what to eat around here, but good night. Things are looking better in here. And first pod's showing up. This is stuff really for the house. So I'm just gonna back it up kind of right there. And then the one from the garage is going to come in here. Going to need to insulate this ductwork. Painted this small little workbench. It's got a lot of condensation that's falling off of it. This one's even more fun. You're supposed to back down our driveway. She said sure, and she came into the church parking lot. So all kinds of fun. Try to make it easier on this poor lady. We're going to drop this one right here because it's got all my garage stuff in it. So, all right. So here's the garage pod. Let's see if this thing will open up. It made it. We've got both pods unloaded. Got to get my pegboard up, but feels good to have those things empty. And I've got a shed that's got all kinds of parts, some other things, but tools and equipment's all in here. I don't know what it is from place to place, but when I get pegboard up, I feel like I finally got a foothold, and it just kind of goes all downhill from there and getting everything set up. But boy, I've got a ton of work to do. Need to get some outlets in here and get my air compressor hooked up, all kinds of things, but we're getting closer. Okay, we've been at it here, done a lot, actually quite a bit off camera, and trying to get everything lined up, and haven't really attacked the pegboard just yet, but shelving up, cabinets in place, and just getting some work done. I think I'm going to be able to pull the car in here, so we'll see how we work out. Guys, I think with the setup, this is about as good as I'm going to get it here, and it's tight, but let's go get the 55, pull it in, see how much space we have left over. Okay, so we got the 55 out of the bunker. As you can tell, we're going to have plenty of room here. Width-wise, not a problem, of course, but we'll see how much we got left once we're inside. Well, a little bit better than I thought. Got enough room there. Open up the garage, or open up the door. Yeah, get out. Looks like plenty of length. I can back up quite a bit, get to my workbench. Don't have much room on this side. That's a little on the tight side over here. But this is better than I thought it would be. She's at home. I will say, however, this is interesting. Watch this. Man, we're real close on that return ductwork there, but we're there. Got a couple vents to put in here. Gonna cut another hole down that line there. And then I've also got a lot of insulation to put around that ductwork that'll really make it work a whole lot better in this garage. So we'll see what happens here. There's a return right up here. So I think we're set up. I will need to insulate these two windows most probably at a bare minimum, but I think it worked pretty good. Starting down here at this end, I'm gonna work my way all the way down. I chose this stuff. It's light, it has good insulation value, and then it's also reflective. So I'll get more light bouncing off in here and stuff, will be a little brighter. So just cutting out my sections. Just kind of going along here, and I'm just tucking it up underneath, right up against the wall where it's tight. So this should work well. A couple sections installed, and we got our vent here. Pull that down, feel the cold air, nice. And we won't have anything leaking or dripping. Gonna keep going the whole length of that ductwork. Okay, so I got both vents open. Everything's insulated. I'm gonna close the door and see how long it takes before it cools off in here. One thing about it, there's not a return yet, but I'm afraid about doing a return because return will take the air, push it through here, and then go through the whole house. And why would I be afraid about a return in here? I'm concerned about smell, so we'll see how it does. Hey guys, it's been about a week since we got things set up, and the air conditioning here is working really well. And what I do, instead of putting a return in inside of the garage and using what was existing there, I just go ahead and open up the door. I'd be surprised, I guess, maybe because it's built into this bank right here and everything. It's not as hot as I thought it would be, but it's working great. So just to run through real quick before we end the video, is I've got my air compressor set up here. Of course, you can see what I'm going to kind of line up here. I did need to run some electric from the box over here in the corner, get a couple things done, but hardware, I've got this on wheels. I can move it around if I need to. Toolboxes here, my workbench, my little workmate down there. I love my pegboard. You can tell I've been working on that this past week while I put headlights on this 1955 Ford Fairlane Club sedan. And then this is another workbench right here. I got storage under there, of course. And I'm going to put my ultrasonic cleaner on here and some other things. I am probably going to put some rubber matting on top of this, since I'll be using this to clean some stuff off. Cabinets here that have parts in one of them, all my paint products and bodywork equipment in the other cabinet, another rack I'm not even done with yet, and my electrical tool cart down there at the end. But things are looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with all this, and not too bad, so we're going to keep at it. I really won't get this completely done for another couple months, but I want to go ahead and put this video out as soon as we can. So thank you guys for subbing. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, real quick, don't go away just yet. Just wanted to let you know this. A lot of people say you're the Hot Rod Reverend. How'd you get that name? Well, here we are. This is Redline Bible Church. You can see right across the way from the parsonage that I'm living in. And years ago, I got this name. I want to let you know how it happened to me. I am a pastor and a preacher of the gospel of Jesus Christ, but I also like Y-block Ford V8s, dual exhaust, all the rest of it, 50s and 60s cars. So check us out at hotrodreverend.com. And of course, get through the YouTube channel here. There is a ton on a lot of the playlists that we have. Have any questions at all, shoot me an email, dan.jessup@hotrodreverend.com. Love to get to know you, help you any way that I can. God bless you, and we'll see you later.